Hey everybody, this is Bob with Trade Genius. I got my good friend Phil with me. I want to talk about some important changes at Trade Genius. All good. Stay tuned.
Trade Genius.
Hey Phil, I want to talk about we're going to be modifying the ETF and crypto service offerings. One thing that happened here about 6 months ago, we came out with the super histogram, and before that, we came out with the advanced indicator package. And I have to say, the effect in the VIP room has been nothing short of dramatic in terms of the increase in the positive hit rate on sales, and also the profitability for people, and not only for swing trades but for day trades. And at the same time, as we were thinking about this, we're like, hey, we should probably simplify our offerings, and we think a concentrated effort, and everybody using the same tools is going to make everyone more satisfied and more successful. As you know, if you're in the ETF room, you don't have access to the advanced indicator package or access to the super histogram, and we're going to change that. And we firmly believe that these changes add value to our clients, and we're going to reflect that in new pricing for the ETF crypto room going forward. So how we're going to do it, Phil, as we renew, so it's not going to be a blanket price increase, if you will. As we renew, people in the ETF room and in the crypto room, annual packages only, we're going to go to a quarterly pricing model. So we're not going to go from an annual to another annual jump. We're going to go to a quarter pricing model. That even the flows out for our business, number one, and number two, it's easier on everybody's pocketbook, and that you can manage the business quarterly versus buying an annual membership. And what we're going to do is that pricing, as you can see here on the sheet, is it's going to be $159.99 per quarter. So no matter what ETF or crypto package you're on, if you're not in the VIP room, that's what you're going to be moved to. Okay. And we're going to call the new room we're going to put in there, it's going to be called the VIP chat room. You still have access to the ETF room. You still have access to the crypto room. We'll still put signals out in those rooms, but we'll also have a VIP chat room. That's distinguished from the VIP room we have today, which we call the VIP voice room. So these are for people that don't want to pay extra to be in the voice room, but want to get access to the additional tools that we have, Phil. And so we're going to change pricing for the VIP voice room only for new customers only. So it's going to go to $249.99 a month. And that room's really designed for day trades, futures, options, strategy questions, so on and so forth. It's a very robust room. And as somebody says, it's kind of like a master class in there. There's a lot of good experience in there, and a lot of people doing a lot of really good trades, and also just a lot of experience in general. So that's the change that we're going to make. And, and for me, though, if these changes are not for you, what I want you to do is to, as you look at your subscription renewal, just go into the profile and you can just turn off the renewal option, the auto renew option, and that way you won't get dinged when we make the changes to the pricing for your renewal. If you're a monthly customer, there's no change whatsoever. Just keep on keeping on. We're just not going to sell a monthly subscription anymore. It's going to be quarterly on a go-forward basis for everybody. The VIP room pricing for people that are legacy, there's no change at this point. But for the ETF room, there's going to be a change for when you renew. So make sure you check on that. Hey, if you're not sure, you can always turn off the renewal, and then you can always get with Matt. I'd rather you do that than have us bill you and then have you say, oh, I didn't want to be billed, and so on and so forth. I guess you understand all that. And those changes take place in April and through the renewals, and that'll go through over in the next 12 months, because obviously we sold people annual subscriptions in March. So you're obviously unaffected by it, but you get the tools when you renew. Now, if you say, I want the tools now and modify me to the new system, you can just get with Matt at tradegenius101@gmail.com. He can do some fast math for you, and he can make the changes to upgrade you and to get the new tools. If not, you'll get the tools as you renew. So that's kind of what I want to say, Phil. I'm actually excited about it. I know some people are going to have to pay a little bit more, but I think it's just best overall for the entire business. And I think you'll agree, once you have these tools, your trading profitability and your success rate will go up. And I think we're going to give you a sneak peek right now. So if you want to throw it over here. This is and I'm looking off to the side here because I want to see a little bit of a bigger screen. But this is, in the VIP room, this would be your template. What you would get when you join here, you're going to get the, obviously there's the trade force indicator at the bottom, super histograms in the middle. And then you can see, the only thing I'm showing on the advanced indicator package is the trend band, but advanced indicator package has a ton of features to it. You get levels, you get trend bands, you get to really be able to customize your system with us. It's a really, really good tool, and you get a lot of value out of that alone. But I personally just use the trend band with the histogram and with the trade force. And you can see here, if we flip to the next slide, Phil, then I'll let you jump in if you have anything to add to it, is that you have, there's kind of an example here. I just showed you, we call this the snapback trade. Just Phil coined this. It's just a great, great trade. Is that always people are like, when should I get in a trade? Well, our super histogram will drop you a -4 indicator number on there. And then as that thing slides to a green histogram, it's a snapback. You got confirmation on that thing, and look at the profit on that trade and look at the exit. Turn right around, you do it right away again. It's a really simple trade. When you get a -4 reading that starts moving up and you have a positive histogram, you can take the trade. If you have a negative histogram, you just wait for confirmation, and it takes the guesswork out. Now I'm going to take a breath here, Phil, and you want to add anything to this conversation?
Yeah, no, I think, Bob and I have been working on this particular template. Not that we've been working on this one this long, but for several years we've had working, different templates and things like that. But this is basically our kind of polished gemstone of the last few years, where we took the best elements of different things that we've implemented and combined them. And so what we have are really, I think, pretty consistent signal for when things are short-term overbought or oversold. You can apply it to any time frame. So, Bob's and the guys are taking trades, let's say on MSTR on a 1-minute chart and doing very, very well with that, a very, very high hit rate. But you can apply that same principle to a hourly chart, 4-hour chart, a daily chart, weekly chart. It's all the same principle. And so then it comes down to, how often do you want to trade? If you're in the room every day, then yeah, those intraday signals are going to be a lot of opportunities to get in. I mean, today alone, right, Bob? I mean, MSTR, I don't know how many times that trade set up and won. So a lot of opportunity in the room. If you want to get that guidance or that, that help, it's just helpful to be in a room with other traders, because it's like, if you're off doing it by yourself, you're kind of like, am I looking at this correctly or not? And it can be hard when you're first starting out, but the combined amount of years of experience in that room are probably hundreds of years. So, you can benefit from that. So yeah, I mean, to me, it's a great environment to be in there, especially if you're just, starting to get your wheels under you and go from having training wheels to then taking those training wheels off and becoming a more proficient trader. It's a pretty invaluable experience. And if you're having trouble, you can talk to people right then and there to kind of course correct if need be. So pretty invaluable, I think, for the price. It's a very, very cheap education to learn how to trade these markets and be able to be a self-sustaining, right? Make your own money, be able to work from your desk. And once you are able to do that, then the lifestyle changes, right? You can be able to work from wherever you have an internet connection, basically. And a lot of people do travel and trade. Bob's done it. I've done it. Many people in the room have done it. So that's another nice aspect of this. But getting through the educational process is always a challenge. And that's where this room and these templates kind of shorten that learning curve a whole lot. And I think you'll find that very, very beneficial and very worthwhile, like I said, for the price that you have to pay, price of admission.
Yeah, and like I said, if you don't want to be in the voice room itself, you just can be in the VIP chat and get the templates. And if you want to be in the voice room, that's the one that's $249 per quarter. I will tell you though that having somebody in the room talking it through, because I live talk my trades and I post the results every once in a while so people can actually see that those are indeed trades. And like today, I made $3,700 in 4 MicroStrategy long and 1 MicroStrategy short trade. Now, I'm playing with bigger numbers, but just think you took 10% of that, you made $370. Remember, you make $500 a day in the market, you're making 120 grand a year. So we know that we can help you pay for the additional fees of being in this room by using these tools that are not available to you today in ETF room. And for those that are listening that aren't customers, this is absolutely a game changer. And we don't just talk about this stuff. We talk about the Yield Max products a lot in these rooms. We talk strategy in this room. Phil is talking levels all day long on futures. And then I throw option trades out there too. So it's a really, really good room. We'd probably still probably could charge a lot more for what we do, but we thought this was a good mix of pricing where everybody gets great value out of it, and it's definitely worth it for all of us. And the last page I want to go to, Phil, is I have for those that are customers, you can go to YouTube and you can get the training class on the superhistogram. Okay. And so I encourage you to watch it. I think you'll open your eyes. And now we just don't day trade it. I trade the SVIX with it on a 4-hour hourly. I use the histogram when it gets overbought to place my sold calls on. I mean, there are so many ways to skin this cat, and we'll help walk you through it. So with that, thank you very much. And if you're confused about anything, just email us at tradegenius101@gmail.com. Joey's in the room every day, at Joey, and tell him your question or concern. And like I said, if you're really unsure yourself, please turn off the auto bill. And then that way we can always turn it back on for you or upgrade you to a different room. Or I'd rather do that than bill you and have to give you your money back. It's a pain for all of us. But I think you'll like it. And I think you'll want to take it. And I really appreciate you guys, appreciate you as customers, and those that are prospects. I think you really, really should check out our room, because we really do, as somebody told us, we actually provide real value and real trades, and we're just not yakking. We're walking our walk here. Anyway, thanks, Phil. Thanks, guys. Talk to you later.
Yeah. And we'll throw that link in the comments below so you guys can click on it. See you guys later.
Trade Genius.